在一个海，那个海叫提比利亚海。那么耶稣基督看到他以后呢，耶稣就叫彼得说：“彼得，你来，我要叫你得人如得鱼一样。”
In today's scripture passage,
在今天我们刚才所念的经文里面，
Jesus was talking to Peter in John 21 to shepherd, feed my sheep, to shepherd the church.
在我们刚才开会的时候所读的这个约翰福音第21章，主耶稣基督呼叫彼得，跟彼得说：“你要喂养我的羊。”
You would remember that when Peter was called, he was a fisherman, a Galilean with not much knowledge, but have a lot of knowledge for fishing.
所以我们刚才也提到，彼得在被耶稣被召之前，他是加利利人，是在一个海边，是个打鱼的人。他的学问不高，他唯一懂得的就是怎样去打鱼。
In verse 21, chapter 21 of John, Jesus is saying to Peter after 3 years, "Feed my lambs."
在约翰福音21章，我们刚才读的里面，在跟着耶稣3年以后，耶稣对彼得说：“你要牧养我的羊。”
It is not a matter of feeding the lambs or not feeding the lambs, if you read what it says there.
所以，当我们记得我们刚才所读的喂不喂养的本身不重要。
The most important matter that Jesus Christ was asking and looking for is looking at the heart of Peter.
耶稣基督在那个跟彼得对话当中最重要的部分，乃是耶稣基督看着彼得，看到他的眼里面，问他，同时去让他自己来审视他的内心是怎样的。
It says here in chapter 21, verse 16, it says, Jesus again said, "Simon, son of John, do you truly love me?"
我们刚才读的约翰福音21章16节，这个耶稣基督问彼得说，耶稣基督看着彼得说：“西门，约翰的儿子西门，你真的爱我吗？”
Feeding the sheep was important, but what's more important is you cannot feed the sheep if you do not have a love of God.
喂养这个教会里面的群羊很重要，但是若是你没有爱神的心的话，你的喂养做得再怎么好都不是重要的。
You can see how Peter's life was transformed and how he became an apostle.
我们可以看到这个彼得的生命是有了如何的转变，同时彼得如何变成真正的大使徒。
He was the big mouth fisherman who talks before he can do anything. He was a big mouth.
在原先，彼得是一个打鱼的，他不但是个打鱼的，而且他是一个直口冲人冲口说话的人，他从来想都不想就立刻开口说话。
Jesus called Peter Caiaphas.
耶稣基督也叫了彼得另外一个名字，叫做基法
which means rock.
基法这个字的意思是石头。
Being a Chinese, we often tell our kids, "You are a rock."
有的时候做这个中国人的父母亲也叫我们在家里面的孩子们说你是一个石头
which means you are hard-headed.
所以石头的意思是说你这个人是这个死脑筋。
Peter was born a hard-headed, big-mouthed fisherman.
所以彼得这个人就是一个很死脑筋，但是又很会冲口出话的人。
He was the apostle who cut the ear of the servant of the high priest Malchus.
他是耶稣基督的使徒，他甚至也拔出刀来，把要抓耶稣的一个仆人的耳朵也削了一只下来。
He was strong and he was able to physically dismantle anybody in front of him. What history says is that Peter was a huge, big, muscular man.
所以按照很多的历史学家来说，彼得可以从他的个性，从他的身躯，他是一个非常高大强壮的人，浑身都是肌肉，所以是一个让人家看起来有点害怕。他也是给人家一种非常的勇猛的一种情况的人。
I cannot review every single thing about Peter, but the most important thing that you probably would remember is when the rooster sounded 3 times. Peter denied Jesus 3 times.
所以我没有办法在这个地方详细告诉各位有关彼得的每一件事情，但是我们都知道彼得一个最有名的事情，我们每个人都认识都知道的，就是彼得在这个鸡叫3遍之前，他又否认了他跟耶稣基督有任何关系3次。
Yes, Peter denied Jesus 3 times. However, Jesus prayed for Peter.
没有错，彼得曾经有3次说他不承认主，但是耶稣基督每一次都赦免了他。
In God's mercy and love, He rescued Peter so that his life may glorify Him.
所以在神充满了怜悯跟爱当中，他赦免了彼得，彼得从此就改变，变成一个为耶稣基督重用的人。
He was a changed man. He can talk and speak a sermon, and then 3,000 can be changed. Not because of him, because he had a changed heart, and he, through God, glorified God because souls were converted because of his love for Jesus Christ.
因为彼得爱耶稣基督的缘故，所以他可以站起来，因着耶稣基督给他的才干，他开口传福音，一次就有3000人能够相信耶稣。记住，不是彼得本身的才干，而是神赐给他的圣灵，赐给他的口才，他能够把福音传出去，让那么多的人一次都信主。
Here Peter was writing specifically, so he told them his qualification. He told us or let us know whom he was writing to God's elect, strangers in the word. That's a loaded little phrase.
所以在这边彼得前书里面，彼得首先就告诉各位他是什么样的人，他有什么样的资格，他可以来谈这件事情。所以在彼得前书我们刚刚念的第1章的前3节里面就讲到说，在这个世界上面讲到我们是神被选出来在这个世界上面做